Hello, rioters, and welcome back. Today we are solving a case that, you could say wants to solve itself. And we're going to find out exactly what kind of mess he got himself into and how to get out of it. We're going to try to help him solve this case. We can do it. And I have a Christmas hat on because it's coming up to Christmas time. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas, of course. We're going to jump right in, you guys. I'm excited about this one. I think it's going to be a great little story. We're going to go with a new game, of course, because I haven't played one yet. So this is my first look at this. In the depths of darkness, he awoke with a start, heart pounding in his chest. The cold earth beneath him, unfamiliar and damp. Darkness surrounded him, thick and oppressive. The kind that swallowed every sound except his own ragged breathing. He tried to gather his thoughts, but they were scattered. Lost in the fog of confusion and fear. Where is he? How had he gotten here? His legs trembled as he forced himself to stand the weight of an unknown terror, pressing down on him. Somewhere in the depths of the trees, he could hear it. Something was following him. Bom, bom, bom. Time buries all truths beneath shadows, but the past always has a way of clawing its way back to the surface, demanding to be heard, no matter the cost. Sometimes the truth really does fight its way through.
Where am I? I know it's following me. I can feel it.
Okay, so he knows it's following him. I don't know which way we go. I'm assuming this way because there's a fire down there, and fire seems like something you should have when you're in the woods, you know? I feel like fire is a good thing. Ah, it's a light. Okay. Oh, we can't pick it up. It's just there. We can't use this? We can't pick this up? Come on. Is that a dog? Is that a dog? Is he hurt? Wait, okay. Oh my god, you guys. What was that? I'm terrified. What?
I shouldn't have taken such a risk.
No, I don't feel like you should have. I don't know what the risk was or why, but I really don't feel like I agree with your decisions right now. Mr. Detective, sir. Another light. We must be going the right way. That tree looks like a scary person. We're not going to think too hard about it. We're just gonna keep going. And get the heck out of these woods, man. Ah, why? Can't pick this one up. I need light. Whose idea was this? How did we get here? Where are we at? Why is there ravenous dogs in the woods? I don't think that's a dog, bro. I don't think that's a dog. Hello? Is anyone in these woods?
That sound. It's coming from the river.
Yeah. River. River. River means flowing to life. Bridge. I'm scared. Do I not have a brother? What is that? I have goosebumps. My bumps are goosing.
If it catches me, it will show no mercy.
Oh, you ain't catching me. I'm out, dog. Right out. Ghost in this bitch. You ain't catching me.
I know it's hidden somewhere in this forest.
Where is it hidden?
I should be able to see its light soon.
Okay. I don't like the sounds behind me. A cabin!
At last.
A
I can
cabin
gather my
in the
strength
woods?
and plan how to face that monstrous thing.
Oh. Is that why you brought me here? It's good. It's running. It's right out. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. What? That scared the living. Oh, that scared the ghost right out of me, man. The piercing light of the morning sun stirred John from his restless sleep. For months, strange nightmares had plagued him, and even the strongest sedatives couldn't dull the weird visions haunted his mind. Another day in this wretched hospital. His wounds still ached, but he felt no regret. Despite the accident, he brought the culprit of those ghastly crimes to justice. After all,
The name's John Morley, private detective, and today is a momentous day. After enduring the most exquisite tortures at the hands of those blasted nurses, and being pumped full of enough medicine to fell an ox, today I'm finally free.
you're free.
Who would have thought that the case of the red shoes
Be
would
free.
end the way it did? A stormy night, soaked to the skin, wrestling that brainless killer on a rooftop.
It appears you're awake at last. We had considerable difficulty rousing you earlier this morning, so I deemed it best to let you rest a while longer.
Yeah, trouble doing what?
I bring you good news. The latest test results are favourable, and the doctor has authorised your discharge. You are now officially ready to go. I have placed
Let's
your belongings on the
go.
table. Oh, and a lady stopped by this morning with some clothes from the dry cleaner.
A lady?
I've been having nightmares.
The doctor has prescribed some medication that should help address any residual effects. This should assist in alleviating your nightmares.
Or masking them?
a woman brought my clothes from the dry cleaner. Was it Penny?
I couldn't say. She arrived quite early, before my shift began. I've placed the garments in the wardrobe to keep them from getting wrinkled.
My belongings? I thought everything was already in the room.
There are a few valuables and some coins we kept for safekeeping. They are in the box on the table.
So I'm better now.
Yes, you are much improved. Both your physical and psychological assessments have been satisfactory, and there are no impediments to your returning to your normal life.
Except for the fact that I'm
if
having
you'll
realistic
excuse me,
night
I have other
terrors.
patients to attend to. I wish you all the best.
Like, I'm glad I peed before this. Always pee before you start your recordings, fellow VTubers. If you know, you know. You know?
I better get dressed. The hospital gown that ties in the back doesn't exactly scream professional. I should get
Right.
myself a pair of Derbies. I usually use the Windsor knot. So the mystery woman who took my clothes to the cleaners was Penny after all.
It was Penny.
Seems she's still got a soft spot for me. Could there be a chance I might win her over?
If she's bringing you your clothes while you're in the hospital, that means she cares about you very deeply. So I would say, yeah, you have a chance. But what do I know?
These do a fine job of hiding any belly. Well-structured shop. Looks brand new. The collar's pristine.
Got some Polaris tablets? Okay. Interesting choice of name of medication.
Story of my life. Nearly broke. That's me,
I mean,
the bloodhound Morley.
Hawthorne Street. It's probably Hawthorne, but like, it's spelled Hawthorne. I didn't look at the back of it. Dang it. Medical discharge, patient copy. Date of discharge is February 5th, 1945. Subject, post-operative discharge summary. Attending physician, Dr. A. Forner. Following surgical intervention on the prefrontal cortex and subsequent recovery, the patient's physical and psychological evaluations have returned satisfactory results. No impairments have been identified that would inhibit the patient from resuming normal daily activities. The following medications have been prescribed to manage potential The following medications have been prescribed to manage potential residual symptoms for promazine. That sounds like a PTSD medication, I think. The patient is advised to adhere to the dosage instructions provided and to attend any scheduled follow-up appointments. Dr. Forner. Signed.
Blimey,
There's
it's
my
nearly
watch.
noon. I must have lost track of time in those blasted nightmares. Trench coat and fedora hat. Every detective's must have. These
Absolutely.
notes from Penny, my secretary. She must have left it here a few days ago while I was still under observation.
I am awfully sorry, but I can't keep going like this. You've been laid up in that hospital for ages, and I've been left skint, with no wages coming in for months now. Before the state you were in, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I thought it was best to let you get better in peace. But the other day, Dr. Forner rang and said they were finally going to let you out. So I figured it was time to tell you. I haven't been to the office in a month, and believe me, I miss Hawthorne Street and that old moldy brick building of ours. But I've got to move on. And you know, even before the accident, You still owe me 3 months' pay. Peter and I are planning to get married, and I need some stability. I hope you understand. I left my key under the doormat. I've paid the water and electric bills, so those are in your hands now. Goodbye, John. I wish you all the luck in the world. P.S. A few days ago, an older woman came by asking for you. I told her you might be back at the office this afternoon. She seemed quite eager to have a word with you, Penny.
Damn it, Penny. I don't blame her, though. I'm a right mess. I've managed to lose the only two things that kept me grounded. Her sound advice, always spot on, and the faint hope that she might dump Peter and give me a chance.
Oh, bruh. Go get you another girl. Go get you another girl. There'll be somebody else that believes in you.
Rainy and overcast. Typical London weather. Blimey, what a fool I took onto that rain-soaked pavement. And to top it off, with that downpour, I ruined my best suit. But, well, that's all water under the bridge now. Quite literally.
Okay, patient progress report. Subject, discharge resolution report attending Dr. A. Forner. Final review and conclusions. The patient has demonstrated satisfactory improvement in all preoperative objectives. The surgical procedure conducted under protocol ETD-03 has been deemed successful in all respects. Upon completion of final tests and provided that the patient reports feeling physically and mentally prepared, medical discharge is advised. No postoperative complications are anticipated at this time. Continued observation during recovery is recommended to ensure patient stability. All right. Do we get to go now? Is there anything else in this here room? No. Let us leave. The laboratory.
I'd better hurry up. Just like Penny says in her note, I might have a new client this afternoon. And with the way things are going, I can't afford to let that slip away.
That's true. Gotta take them when you get them. Being self-employed is hard because you have to hold yourself accountable, even when you don't want to. Are you gonna give me my discharge paperwork? Why do you look upset? Are you okay? Aw, are you okay? Hey, you want a new job? Wanna work at a sleuth office? I don't think she's interested. Alright, moving on.
Alright, let's get moving. Today's the first day of the rest of my life.
The first day of the rest of his life. That's how I felt when I left the hospital. I was in a bad accident. Maybe I'll tell you about it someday. Stay tuned for the lore. That's real life lore, though. Not my character's lore. Anyways, I'm breaking the illusion. John Morley's office. At last, back to the streets and the cold comforts of foggy old London. The chimneys filled the air with the familiar tang of coal dust, while the rhythmic hum of small industries in Whitechapel, Stepney, and Southwark rang in his ears like a symphony. Soon he'd be seated in his cluttered, dusty office once more, ready for the next case, perhaps finishing off some forgotten bottle of whiskey tucked away in a drawer, and mourning the irreplaceable loss of his assistant, Penny. Aw, I feel bad for him, but be a detective, you know? Stick to you, brother. Get your bag. Get your bag.
Back again. Feels like stepping into a forgotten paradise. Everything's got that same old charm, and yet feels oddly new. This hospital stint's given me a bit of a new outlook. Maybe I'll take it a shade easier from now on, sticking to cases that don't demand a trip to the morgue.
London's most sinful secret. The naughty cat. Meow. Madame Marquise. Tarot reading and psychic visions. Oh, the upstairs is blocked. Here is our Detective Morley Investigations Office. We're going to pick the key up under the mat.
Here they are. Penny's keys. Just like it says in her note.
Ah! Ooh. Who's
So
that?
this is Peter. That smug grin's got "punch me" written
She
all over
didn't
it.
take the picture of Peter away. Did she even know he liked her?
Penny's desk. I ought to give her a ring and try to sweet talk her into coming back. If this new client brings in some decent dough, maybe I could settle what I owe her and use a little charm to win her over. The murder weapon from the cadaver collector case. Nasty business, that one. The case of the Red Shoes murder. One of the most complicated I've faced. Finally. Case closed.
Case closed on that one. Okay, can we take the stuff down? Alright, so we got Penny's desk. Whoops. We got the London Gazette framed up there. Another
Even
typewriter.
the coppers missed it. The slant on the letter E. That's what gave away the typist in the black letters case.
Okay.
My files. Cases, clients, debts. Too many debts. Far too many. The umbrella with a bullet hole. Souvenir from the marksman case.
With a
Nearly
bullet
lost my
hole.
hat on that one.
My.
This case is worth its weight in gold. Everything you need for a portable lab. This one's a favorite. The jealous lover solved everything with a few blows from an ashtray. Brutal, but effective. My desk, strangely tidy. Normally it's buried under papers, notes, bits of evidence. Penny must have wanted to leave everything spick and span before she walked out on me. Another one of my cards. But this one has my last name circled.
Oh. That's odd. Peculiar, one might
The
say.
drawer. It's locked. But there doesn't seem to be a keyhole.
Wait, how do you enter? How do you do to enter? Is it that button? It's not that button.
Amazing how this little gadget can reveal the devil in the details.
Empty? Alright. Can I not call Penny? Penny, I need you. What's that under the rug? Why can't I pick it up? Also, clean up your trash, man. I did it!
The Scarlet Page.
Ooh.
I trust Penny didn't go snooping through my things while I was away. Oh, my apologies,
Who are you?
madam. I didn't hear you come in. I was a bit distracted.
Who are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Morley. I trust your assistant informed you of my visit as promised.
My apologies. I was rather engrossed and didn't notice your arrival. To whom do I owe the honour of this meeting?
Lady Margaret Fordside, the 4th Countess of Bloomsbury.
Lady Margaret, could you tell me what brings you here today? How can I assist you?
I shall endeavour to be as candid as possible. 20 years ago, when my daughter was just 18, she was brutally murdered. It happened at our family estate, Bloomsbury Manor. Someone slipped into the house unnoticed, and upon reaching her room, delivered 5 fatal stab wounds to her chest, lungs, and heart. The police, eager to close the case, hastily blamed and condemned 2 violent thieves who clearly had nothing to do with her death. The investigation was closed, and justice was never served.
Poor girl.
I am prepared to offer you £30,000 if you take on this case,
I'll do it for
and
free.
a further £30,000 if you can
For
solve
what's
it
right.
and bring the true killer to light. Tell me, Mr. Morley, will you accept this case?
I understand your distress, Lady Fordside. But before I commit to anything, might I trouble you with a few questions?
By all means, Mr. Morley. Ask whatever you must.
All right. Why now?
A case that's been cold for 20 years. You certainly don't make it easy for me, Lady Margaret. What made you decide to seek out a detective now?
For over 2 decades, I've fought tirelessly to have the case reopened, to prove that the real murderer escaped justice, but all in vain. Neither solicitors nor well-meaning police friends, nor even journalists hungry for a dark story have managed to uncover anything. Then one day, I read about your success in solving the case of the Red Shoes killer. Regrettably, I also learned of the unfortunate incident that left you hospitalized with grievous injuries. On the advice of your secretary, Miss Penny, I waited patiently for your recovery. And now, here I am.
Tell me about Bloomsbury Manor. Do you still reside there?
After Elodie's death, I abandoned the estate. I couldn't bear to remain there, to live within those walls. Even now, when I visit the manor, it still feels as though I can hear her footsteps echoing through the halls, her voice humming that old melody, the delusions of an old woman who has mourned her daughter for far too long, Mr. Morley. No mother should ever have to bury her child. Should you accept the case, Bloomsbury Manor would likely be the best place to begin the investigation. I shall not impede your work, as I now reside at Bedford Square, in the heart of the city.
Tell me about the men the police arrested. Why are you so certain they weren't guilty?
2 days after the murder, the police arrested a pair of violent thieves who were terrorizing the county at the time. Though they swore their innocence in my daughter Elodie's death, their criminal record completely undermined their defense. Seizing the opportunity, the police locked them away for their other crimes, and the case was closed. But what has always struck me as suspicious is that nothing was stolen on the night my Elodie was killed. If those thieves were truly the culprits, why would they murder her and then leave without taking a single piece of silver? It doesn't add up, Mr. Morley.
Tell me, were there any witnesses? Did anyone see or hear anything?
It happened at midnight. The house was practically empty at the time, with only a few servants and a guest who was sleeping in the west wing. I was the only one who might have heard something, as my room was next to hers. Unfortunately, I had taken a sleeping draught and fell into a deep slumber. It is a decision I shall regret for the rest of my days.
Well, I believe I have all the information I need to get started. I accept the case, and will begin the investigation immediately.
I'm pleased to hear that. My butler will bring you the £30,000 tomorrow morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Payment up front?
Once you uncover the culprit,
Yes, ma'am.
contact me at once, and I shall promptly deliver the remaining £30,000.
You got it.
Please, Mr. Morley,
I'll get to work, ma'am.
unravel this
I will
harrowing mystery
unravel
that
your
has
daughter's
tormented me
murder.
for so long.
Even if you were the murderer. So watch out. Careful what you wish for. Shadows from the past. The visit from Countess Margaret Forsythe was just what John needed. A case with all the right ingredients to stir his detective's instincts. An unsolved murder from 20 years ago, abandoned by the police and their incompetence. And a generous reward waiting at the end. What more could a man want on his first day back? The journey to Bloomsbury Manor passed without incident. Though the rough, neglected road, ravaged by the years of rain and wind, made for an uncomfortable ride. He arrived under the cover of night. The place was quiet, like the ruins of an old tomb, forgotten and forsaken. Into the shadows, everyone.
As I made my way through the dense forest path, a haunting silence enveloped the air. It was as though the very night of the crime still lingered here, shrouded in an eerie calm. The manor stood before me, its facade as inscrutable as the shadows that danced in the moonlight. Every step I took felt like a step deeper into the heart of a mystery that refused to be forgotten.
Here we go. Act 1, everyone. Welcome to Act 1. Oh my.
Not a sound. The stillness feels heavy, like it's hiding something.
Westland Asylum, a place of hope and healing. It was an asylum! At Westland Asylum, we believe that the path to recovery begins with compassion, understanding, and the most advanced techniques of mental health care. Our institution offers a tranquil heaven for those seeking respite from the trials of the mind. I think we'll just go around in this room in a circle.
This painting, it's rather grim. There's something deeply unsettling about it. Almost like it carries a shadow of its own.
Did you hear that? Did you just hear that? Westland Society of Fine Arts, February 15th, 1923. Your Ladyship, I write to you on behalf of the Westland Society of Fine Arts regarding the exhibition currently on display at your gallery, which features several works by your daughter, Miss Elodie Fortside. We fully appreciate the remarkable talent and artistry evident in her work. It's with great regret that we must inform you of a matter of concern. Several of the Society's patrons, particularly among the most sensitive members of our community, have found Miss Fortside's paintings to be part of a highly disturbing nature. We have received numerous complaints, with mothers remarking that the artwork has caused distress to their children, and some ladies reporting feelings of unease. There is a growing sentiment that the pieces are unsuitable for public exhibition, particularly in a space frequented by young and impressionable minds. It is with the utmost respect and consideration that we kindly request your ladyship to arrange for the removal of Mrs. Fortside's paintings from the current display. We understand that this may cause disappointment, but we feel it's necessary to preserve the decorum and sensibilities of our gallery's visitors. We would be honored to work with you in finding a more appropriate venue to exhibit Miss Fortside's art, where her unique vision can be appreciated by a more discerning and prepared audience. We trust you will understand our position in this delicate matter, and we look forward to hearing from you at your earliest convenience. With the deepest respect, yours faithfully, Sir Arthur Welsey, Secretary, Westland Society of Fine Arts. Kind of cool the way they wrote that. I think it was respectful, and they said they would help her find somewhere that maybe the clientele is more into the more macabre art, maybe?
It seems Elodie had a passion for art, but her style wasn't exactly well received. Disturbing from the looks of it. The door's chained up with a padlock. Looks like I'll need to find the key.
Why? This is where I heard the rustling. Help me, Jesus.
A blue moon, fitting for a place haunted by its own secrets.
Oh my god. Okay.
Looks like the Countess left this for me. It could be useful for getting around the place.
How do I... Is it L... Tab... I love what they did with the place. The decorations, the sheets over things. It's very grandma's house, you know? Very grandma's house. I love it. What is that sound? Okay. Love it. How do I turn on my flashlight? You know? Does anybody know how to turn on the flashlight? Trail of green lights to investigate past events. Okay, I want to investigate everything, baby. I'm going in. We're going in. We're investigating every single piece of information.
A globe resting in a beautiful wooden stand.
Beautiful wooden stand. What is this? My lady, I would kindly ask that once the midday service is complete, you grant me a few moments of your time in the library. Joan Merver, your housekeeper.
So, the housekeeper left a note for the Countess, asking her to meet here on the day of the murder. I wonder what truly happened during that encounter. Very well. Let's piece the events together, step by step.
Okay. Good to meet you.
Looks like this is the Fordside family book, showing some of their ancestors.
Ooh. Sir Alaric Fordside, an astronomer and a romantic who saw in the stars metaphors for his loneliness in 1842 during a total eclipse, He swore that the diamond ring around the moon was the spirit of his wife Eleanor, who had died giving birth. From that moment on, his telescope never ceased to aim, the sun seeking to capture that eternal moment. 1798 to 1873. Why does she have a thing on her face? 1842 to 1898. Shrapnel scar in her cheek, hands hardened by the iron and mud of Balaclava. Amid the roar of the Crimean cannons, her silver medical kit, now stained with the gunpowder and memory, held not only wounds, but the hidden truth behind the colonel's death. They say she swore to protect that secret, and that the oath still lingers within these walls. Lord Cedric Fordside, a man with a prominent nose and a wandering soul, whose steps trace paths where only blank maps had once lain. Cartographer to the Queen Victoria, he devoted his life to naming the unnameable. Jingles that swallowed expeditions, rivers that erased borders, and village whose names only he remembered. His globe, now cracked by the time and salt of 1,000 seas, bears between its meridians the scars of a man who preferred to get lost rather than return. Lady Isolde Fordside, a pianist with ethereal hands and a drowned heart. After losing her beloved in the wreck of the SS Meridian, her nocturnes became unnamed requiems. Her final composition, Elegy in Blue, rests on the ebony music stand in the library. It notes sketch waves that never kiss the shore, and its pauses echo the silence of a ring never given. So there's the lowdown on the family. That family tree, you know. Anything over here?
The Fordside family crest. A rampant dragon. A time-honoured symbol across European heraldry. Particularly among the English and the Welsh.
Bruh. There was a creak. There was a creak in the floor.
The lock has been concealed. But this door must open by some other means.
Gotta be these heads. Gotta be these head statues. Oh.
The housekeeper's cup is still here. Tea spilled across the table. She never got to drink it.
She never got to drink her coffee.
Looks like someone arranged tea in the library that day. An empty envelope. Did the housekeeper hand the Countess a letter?
Interesting.
Lipstick stains. Same shade the Countess wore when she visited my office.
Could the Countess have something to do with this? Is that why she waited so long for it to be solved? Maybe she felt guilty, or maybe the guilt has just got to her. After she realized that all this time, there's something that she did wrong. Or rather, maybe someone she was trying to protect. Guess we'll have to find out. That's why we're here, folks.
2 chairs. One of them knocked over. It seems they met here. But something went wrong during the conversation.
What's happening?
I am very angry. After all these years of service, this is how you repay me? Walking away like this?
I'm sorry,
She was
madam,
gonna leave.
but the situation has become unbearable. My bags are already packed.
The situation has become unbearable. What situation were they in, huh? Oh. A suitcase.
The Countess threw the housekeeper out in a fit of rage. In her haste, the housekeeper forgot one of her bags. What was it that unsettled the housekeeper enough to abandon her post so suddenly?
The fireplace, did they burn a letter?
Lady Fordside, still seething, burned something in the fireplace.
What did you burn, Lady Fordside? My lady, I have reached a decision, though it weighs heavily upon my heart, to sever the ties that have long bound me to this household. Since the reign of King William, my family has served Bloomsbury with unwavering loyalty and steadfastness, marked by discretion and a faithful execution of our duties. However, there are limits to all things, and of late, this house has been frequented by certain individuals whose presence is wholly at odds with the principles to which my lineage is so devoted. It's no coincidence that our family motto is oblatus, signifying something offered or consecrated. We are vessels of an ideal, the custodians of the most deep-rooted traditions, and the bastions of the eternal values of our nation. This house has forsaken all of this, and you well know the reasons why. Please do not concern yourself. I, too, understand why you have allowed this. Rest assured, I do not judge you harshly, just as I hope you will understand my reasons. As my family says, Fosta. Best wishes. Joan Merver. This was the 18th of February.
The housekeeper resigned. Seems something, or someone, troubled her greatly. Enough to break the long-standing family tradition tying her to this place. Another painting by Elodie. There's something deeply disturbing about her work.
We can't get in this room yet. Can we speak to the countess? Open the door. Ah, what was that? I have a light. Ew. They need a housekeeper, that's for sure. Does their birthdays help us? Cedric's the one with the beard, and he died first. He was the astronomer. Oh, what if we point them to their respective places? Like, okay, Mr. this guy, Mr. Ulrich was an astronomer, so he might want to be appointed towards his astronomy stuff, right? And then Lady Eleanor, she's got a medical kit, so she was like, a nurse. Where is that medical kit that I saw? This Miss Eleanor? Miss Eleanor? Yep, she's got the scar. Okay. And her med kit, I saw it on a shelf. Aha. No, this way. This way, you silly goose. Okay, she's looking at her med kit. This young lady was an artiste, so she should be pointed towards her art, I believe. One mulligan. Okay. Now, this guy, what was he? The older gentleman, Lord Cedric. Wandering soul whose step traced paths where only blank maps once lain. So he was an adventurer of sorts. Erased borders and village whose names only he remembered. His globe, now cracked. We're gonna point him at his globe. I think I'm onto something here. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I'm actually just trying to figure this out. His globe is directly right here, right? Yeah. Unless I've got it all wrong. You looking at your thing? Are you happy now? What am I supposed to do? Maybe she's looking at the wrong art piece. God knows they're everywhere. It was the one on the floor next to her. Okay. Let's go. Oh god.
This must have been some sort of private study for the Countess.
We love that. Private study.
An old pocket watch. It probably belonged to Lord Fordside,
No
Lady
inscriptions.
Margaret's husband. A British passport. Lord Fordside was undoubtedly a man of the world. This looks like the key to the main hall.
We got a key.
Could be my way into the heart of the house.
Lady Margaret Fordside, I'm writing to you as the attending physician of Ward 2 to provide an update on your daughter Elodie's progress. It is with great pleasure that I report her notable improvement. Elodie now confides that she no longer experiences dark thoughts. Most importantly, the nightmares have subsided and she has begun to communicate more amicably with her fellow patients, a crucial step in her recovery. Elodie has also asked me to relay a request. She would like you to bring her amber necklace when you visit this Sunday. I will continue to keep you informed of her progress. Respectfully, Dr. Mulder, Chief Psychiatrist, Westland Asylum.
Elodie was committed to a psychiatric facility, but she supposedly recovered from whatever ailed her.
That is odd. It must be the house.
Lady Margaret and a young woman.
Aww.
I suppose it's Elodie. They look happy. It was undoubtedly a better time.
Yeah, I imagine. We got the key. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to end this episode. This very prominent family has been hiding a very dark secret, and we're going to help them solve it. We're going to get to the bottom of this. In the next episode, we go into the heart of the house and figure out just what secrets lurk behind all these walls. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like these mystery-themed videos, the best way to support me is just leave a like, put a comment down there for me. Tell me what you think happened so far. Tell me who you think I should watch out for the most. Something tells me the lady that's still alive. I don't know. So I guess we'll see. But I can't wait to see you next time in the next video. I will hopefully be posting it not too long after this one. I'm trying to get a more even schedule, and I can't wait to see you then. Jane, goodbye, adios. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.